Hey, my name is Ian Wilson, and I'm the MN Railfan 227. And I've been railfanning for about 6 years, and I've seen just about everything Minnesota has to offer, except for train days at Union Station. Let's go fix that. There's been a station at this location since the 1880s, but this building has only been here since 1923. St. Paul's Union Depot currently serves Amtrak's Empire Builder and Borealis services, with just a paltry single platform and 2 tracks. At its peak, the station had 9 platforms, 18 tracks, and served 6 different railroads: the Chicago Northwestern, Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy, Great Northern, Northern Pacific, Milwaukee Road, and Rock Island. The thought that F7 Hudsons and Zephyrs were probably here at the same time completely boggles my mind. Last time I was here for something train related was nearly 6 years ago, when Union Pacific number 4014 had gone on its Midwestern tour in 2019. Inside the main hall were an HO scale layout and a lot of model trains and other railroad memorabilia for sale. By now you may be saying, Ian, this is all well and good, but what full-size equipment was on display outside? There was a Milwaukee Road observation car along with 4 other passenger cars on display that people could go in. Very cool. A Twin Cities and Western GP38, also very cool. They're my favorite regional railroad at the moment. Another CPKC GP38 painted in their new colors. Okay. And the most modern of them all, Union Pacific number 1979. Yeah, I kinda hate to say it, but the organizers really dropped the ball with what real trains were here. An event like this should be about the heritage of railroading and having every era of motive power on display. When everything there is something you can just go see at a regular old Class 1, it is not that special. I was really banking on something like Milwaukee Road number 261, 32A, or the Hustle Muscle SD45 being here, but there's still enough history for a decently long video, so whatever, I digress. I'll start with the locomotive with the least extensive history, Union Pacific number 1979. 1979 is an EMD SD70M that was built in February of 2001 and was originally numbered 4332. 4332 had a typical, relatively uneventful working life of a modern diesel locomotive until 2021. In May of that year, it was repainted to commemorate their employee resource groups. And it was renumbered to 1979 in reference to the year their first employee resource group was formed, the Black Employee Network. It's still a working locomotive, but a working locomotive the employees can be proud of. Next in line is Twin Cities and Western number 2014. It was built in September of 1969 as a Norfolk and Western EMD GP38AC numbered 4115. Then 4115 had become a part of Norfolk Southern in 1982 when the Norfolk and Western and the Southern Railway had merged. In 2004, 4115 was renumbered to 5534 and rebuilt as a GP38-2 with a low nose. In 2015, it was bought by First Union Rail, and in 2016, it was bought or leased out by the Twin Cities and Western. When they got it, it was renumbered to 2014 and repainted in maroon and yellow, which, in my opinion, always look sharp on locomotives. And 2014 will hopefully continue to wear these colors for a very, very long time. And lastly is CPKC number 2000. CPKC 2000 was also an EMD GP38 built in September of 1969. This time, it was built for the Penn Central and numbered 7777. In 1976, the federal government had acquired the Penn Central and the Erie Lackawanna to create Conrail, and so 7777 became a Conrail locomotive. In 1987, Conrail had sold it to the Chicago, Missouri and Western Railroad, still numbered 7777. In '89, the Chicago, Missouri and Western had renumbered it to 2029. In 1991, 2029 had been sold to the Gateway Eastern Railroad, still numbered 2029. In 1993, 2029 was repainted and renumbered to 2000. 2000 finally had some staying power. It wasn't until sometime between November of 2008 and June of 2010 when it was sold to the Kansas City Southern. It also stayed on KCS for a very long time. On April 14th, 2023, Canadian Pacific and Kansas City Southern had merged. And to celebrate this, KCS number 2000 was chosen to be repainted into a special CPKC paint scheme at the St. Paul's shops, only a short drive down the road from St. Paul's Union Depot. That was my experience and everything on display explained. Even though I was disappointed with the locomotives on display, I still had a very good time. If you liked what you just saw, subscribe and clang that bell on your way out for more railroading, tractors, and NASCAR videos.